So, Paula, you're working with the Refuel Got Chocolate Milk team, and it's become one program. And basically, you have one guy who lost his leg, right, below the knee. You've got a guy who's a medical student. You've got a mother of two, and you've got a Super Bowl MVP. And you're trying to get all four of them, who are all very different, living in different parts of the world, and get them to Kona, create a team, and get them through this race. How challenging?
It was, it sort of came in stages because I got Hines first.
Right.
Before the other athletes.
Program,
right. I felt like I had I knew what was in front of me with Hines, and that he was probably the most, he's the most rookie of them all by far, right? He had no experience in endurance sports. The other three had dabbled either in, a little bit of running here or, so, but once I got, we elected the team. It just, I don't even know how this happened, Bob, but it just, the chemistry amongst this team has been, I don't know how you replicate it. They have been such a great group to work with. Everybody a little bit different, the challenges being different. Josh, pretty much of a weekend trainer. He had an hour a day maybe during the week while he's in medical school doing his exams and so on. So just, and then Chris-Ann, she's got her kids, she's got the family, and trying to respect those boundaries and trying to, get the distance in, and she's so motivated. And then, Eric, I had never really worked closely with a PC athlete. I know I've been with Paul because he worked with Rudy some over the years. So, just having seen that, so working with Eric was another whole different set of circumstances. But what I found is that everybody supported one another, and they supported them in a positive, competitive way, which was wonderful. So, it was definitely a challenge, and the last couple of months has been a challenge because it was pretty, I don't want to say easy, but getting them up to a 70.3 was not everybody handled it, their bodies handled it, the schedules handled it, but once you made that step up to try and push them to the longer distances, and it's a short amount of time.
It is.
Josh had never done a triathlon until he got to Kansas, and
Hines had never done any of this.
Yeah, and he had never done any of it. So this last couple of months has been a challenge. But you know what? I'm just, my fingers are crossed. I'm touching wood. They're all here. They're all healthy. And I remember when I got to meet them all together as a group back in February, I just said, we need to just get there healthy. If you get there healthy and we can just have some consistency from there to here, this whole year is under your belt, and you believe we can make this happen. And, usually the odds are somebody's not going to make it. There's an injury. There's, something. So I have to just tell you, I am so proud that they're all here. Every one of them has a smile on their face. They're all motivated. They're all supporting each other. It's been like having the dream team. So I'm just so stoked. And this program has been absolutely amazing.
So Hines, you've done it all. Super Bowl MVP, Dancing with the Stars, all that type of stuff. You've been here when this was a quiet little island. Now the temperature has gone up. Not so much just on the air temperature, but just the pressure. What will it mean to you to come down Elite Drive and actually finish the Ironman?
You know what? When I first started the whole process of becoming an endurance athlete, I watched the DVD of last year's championship and seeing the determination on all these competitors' faces. I mean, I saw an elderly guy was stumbling all over, people trying to crawl through the finish line, and I saw all the competitors when they crossed the finish line, the excitement, the tears that they have. It didn't mean anything to me earlier because I was like, why are they crying? It's just it's a race.
It's a race.
Yeah. But now having gone through the process and understand, now I get it. Now it's not, we're not the pros. It's not about what time you get there, but it's the triumph of what you put your body through, the grueling situations of never quit, never dying, just to somehow, some way find a way to dig deep and make it across that finish line. And then seeing the elation, the expressions on their face, you understand now. And I get a greater appreciation of everybody who's done Kona and all the Ironmans, because now having gone through the preparation, and going through all the hard workouts, I understand, and I could easily see myself going up there and breaking down and some way, somehow crawling across that finish line, because that's what it's all about. And in the endurance world, everybody's so encouraging. You know, I remember doing a sprint race in San Diego, and there were times where I felt like quit just walking, and I, come on, Hines, you can do it. They high-fiving me, so I'm like, oh, I can't stop. You know, everybody's trying me, and they think you're an NFL player, that it comes easy, but you know, it was so encouraging just to hear the feedback from the competitors who are racing in the same event, high-fiving me, and I didn't know their name. You know, they knew me, but I didn't know them. But they pushed me to push myself to dig deep and continue to somehow, some way. And I didn't walk. I didn't walk the whole time, so I was happy about that, because I was like, man, I can't believe I did it. You know, I swam. It was a 500 swim, but I probably swam 900 meters.
You were all over the place.
All over the place, because I knew nothing about spotting. I get in the bike, and I'm like flooring it. And I'm passing all these people, feeling good. Like, oh, I'm passed. He passed me in the swim. I caught him. Then I get off the bike, now they're all passing me.
There's a lot of payback.
Yeah, and then, you know, Steve is out there, the camera guy. I'm so delirious on the first mile. I'm cramping up. I really didn't hydrate because it was overcast. It was nice. And I'm looking, and at the turn point, you either go this way or this way. And Steve was filming me. He was like, this way. He just pointed this way. I was like, oh, so I had to walk. Then I see Eric. Eric's just trotting, got a great form. And here he has one leg. And I'm like, man, there's no way I can quit, you know, because Eric's been through it a lot. He's an inspiration to me. And, you know, somehow, some way, everybody was just high-fiving me and encouraging me. In some way, I didn't ever walk on that whole run. And then when I made it, I never thought I could do something like that. And then the satisfaction and the elation that I had when I crossed the finish line is so rewarding.
Addicting.
Yeah, it is so rewarding. And that just, you know, when I did that, then I was like, man, if I just keep working my tail off, then I'm going to do it. And then when we did Olympic down in St. Pete, got a chance to run and practice with Renee. She's, you know, I'm thinking a girl, okay, I got a girl on the bike, stupid. I'm trying to keep up with her on the run. She just takes off. She's like the little Mighty Mouse. I was like, man, she's like, kill me. So I was like, all right. And so that, it was a humbling experience of knowing that, you know, you're not just this football player. Right. You're in a uncharted territory.
You're
with
on
all
their
these,
turf.
Yes, correct. So it was respect. I had to slap myself and say, you know what? You got to respect the endurance athlete, because this, you know, they are by far probably the best athletes of all the sports that are in shape. I mean, just running out here, everybody's got their shirt off, ripped up, lean. Here I am, like the Clydesdale of the group. I'm coming down all big. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm so honored to be here. You know, glad to take part of it, and you know, I'm gonna enjoy the moment. You know, I'm not gonna get caught up in the time, and everybody's trying to, what time you want to do it. I mean, to have a crash course to get here to Kona in less than, I mean, we started in the end of January. Yeah. Just crossing that finish line. I mean, everybody's out here. They've qualified. They've done it for years. Right. You know, so for me, it's just an honor to be on the same course along with these great competitors, great athletes. So I'm going to enjoy the process, enjoy the fans, enjoy the A Station, enjoy some of the Steeler Nation fans. And, you know, hopefully, you know, it's midnight. You know, that's what the countdown is. And for me, I want to see all my teammates finish, and that's what it's all about.
Love it. Hines, it's an honor to have you in our sport.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It really is. It really is an honor to have you in our sport. Again, this is our 2013 edition of Breakfast with Bob and Paul, brought to you by Monster Eye Sport, the Athlete's Headphone. We are at beautiful Huggos. We are live on triathlete.com. And, of course, our main man, Poncho Man, taking us out.
Come on and steer it up, little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby, breakfast with Bob and brother Paul. Can you autograph my football?
Sure can.
There we go. Let's talk about our studio audience. Yeah.